Hello everybody, welcome to my channel today. So I am doing as promised and I am rotating through my makeup and I'm actually really enjoying it. Every day I try to pull out something new. Some of them I just post on Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, check it out. I have a link below if you're interested, and I post my makeup of the day. Like, I just post the products, not my face. And I include makeup that I wouldn't use on camera because they are limited edition and not available anymore, so I don't want to ever use those products on camera. So the ones I film on camera will always be things that you guys will be able to still buy that are still available, or at least at the time of filming. So today I am doing a look using quite a bit of IT Cosmetics. I'm just inspired because last night on the shopping channel they had a really nice, it was the blockbuster of the day, and I believe QVC is doing one as well, but QVC doesn't ship to Canada, so I bought the one from the shopping channel and I'm super excited to get it. I'll link a picture of what I ordered, and I got it for a really great deal, so I'm super excited to get that. So I thought, why don't I dig out some of my IT Cosmetics that I already own and start playing around with them. And I do absolutely love IT Cosmetics, and this was a great reminder. I also pulled out, this is an oldie but a goodie, and it is the Dream Street by Kathleen for Colorpop, and it is such a gorgeous palette. So I pulled this one out today, and that's how I created this eye look. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this whole look together using some old and some new, I'm also using the new Natasha Denona Diamond and Glow, so I want you guys to see that if you're interested. So if you are, then just keep watching. Okay, so I have zoomed you up nice and close, no makeup. I have washed my face and prepped and all that kind of stuff. No primer, I just use my moisturizer and all that. And let's address this cyst. Oh my god, it's so painful, and I have no idea if it's from that drunk elephant. I did have a cyst on this side about a year ago when I used that drunk elephant Protini, and then I started using it again and I got another one. So I have a feeling that's what it is, but I have used two Shu Imura foundations this month. That's new, but I have a feeling it's that drunk elephant because it did it to me before. So anyway, let's see how my IT Cosmetics covers it. So first of all, I'm going to use my handy dandy Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filtr. I use this as, I guess, a primer. I don't use primers per se. I just don't, every one I've ever tried, I just don't like how it looks on my skin. But I love this. It just gives me like a nice subtle shimmery glow and smooths out the surface coloring of my skin. I just really enjoy it, and it's one of my favorite products from Charlotte. So you can't really see much. It's just a nice sheer blurring effect. So next I'm going to use my favorite IT Cosmetics foundation brush. This is the dual end. It's the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection. And it's got the concealer on one end and the foundation brush on the other. And I'm going to use my trusty IT Cosmetics CC. This is the original regular formula, and my color is medium, and it is a pump top. And all I do is I pump it out onto my hand. We'll see how that goes. So the one that I got in that showstopper is a powder foundation, and I don't think I've ever used that one before. I'm a little leery of powder foundations. I find things like that really settle into fine lines. However, IT Cosmetics does such a great job. I'm going to use another pump here, maybe a pump and a half. They do such a great job on mature skin. I don't know if that's necessarily their target market. The models they had on the shopping channel were all ages, but I do know a lot of older ladies, including myself, really enjoy their products. So I'm hopeful that will be a nice fit for me. And I think it's going to be perfect for my trip to Australia. I don't know if I've told it, well, I've mentioned a little bit that I'm going to Australia. I'm going to visit my brother. It's not necessarily like, it is a vacation, but I'm just going to visit my brother and his family. And it just so happens that he lives in Australia. And I like to take this with me because it is a sunscreen of 50, so I don't have to worry about that. And when I'm out, I will have my skin always protected with my foundation. But if I have a compact powder foundation with me as well, I can keep that in my purse for touch-ups. I don't like touching up my skin with liquid products, adding liquid products on top. It just, ugh. When you have oily skin like me, and if you're sweating and hot, that's the last thing I want to do is put a liquid on top of my skin. Powder, I don't mind. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. It was such a great deal. It had a blush and one of these brushes, not the exact same one as this, but all the IT Cosmetic Foundations brushes are amazing. So there we go. I have just a nice clean canvas now. I love this foundation. It's just not super long lasting. That's my complaint with it. So now I'm going to use my Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. I know a lot of people don't really like this, but I love it. This was actually in my 2018 favorites. I love it. I did just recently get the Clé de Peau, which I think I like more, but I do also really enjoy this one. It doesn't... well, it does crease a tiny bit, but it's not too bad. It's the best concealer I've found anyway, and I've tried a lot. And this one seems to work the best for me. It has a really nice brightening effect, and I really enjoy it. So, and I'm using the other end of the brush, which I also really like. My favorite to do concealer is a beauty blender, but I just wanted to use this double-ended brush today. So there we go, easy peasy. And now I am going to cover this guy with my, yes, this is in a sample size. It's the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness. I did buy the full size, but I tried a sample and got the full size, and then I decanted it. I'm going to use that same end because I'm finished with the under eyes, and I'm just slightly dabbing it in. So I tried a sample of this a long time ago, absolutely loved it, and so did my mom. So we bought a tub of it together because she uses a lot more of it than I do, because she uses it to cover rosacea, and she loves it, and I just wanted it as a spot concealer. So she decanted, this is the portion that I got, and she got the big jar of it. But that's okay. And she loves it for covering rosacea. They just have really, really great products. I've tried a couple of duds. It just didn't work for me, but for the most part, as a brand, as a whole, I really, really enjoy them. So there, can you see it covered that nicely? I mean, you can't cover up the swelling, but at least you can get rid of some of the redness. So that is that. I'm just going to wipe my hand before this ends up everywhere. And next I am going to use my Je ne sais quoi palette. And I haven't used this in eons, even though I absolutely love it. I just, like, that's the whole purpose of why I'm rotating through my makeup. I have beautiful things and I forget about them. So it's this Je ne sais quoi palette. I got this from the Beautylish Lucky Bag, which I'm super excited about. It should be arriving any time now. Well, they said it'll ship before January 16th, so it should be shipping very soon, so I should be getting it pretty soon. And I got this last year and I loved it. I just forget to use it. So it comes with their Je ne sais quoi blush, the Bye Bye Pores powder, the bronzer, and then their highlighter. So you can buy all these separate. This just came in a little gift set, which was quite nice. And I'm going to use my big Hourglass dual end brush, and I'm going to use the Bye Bye Pores powder. This powder I'm not that crazy about, but it's pretty nice, and it's in the palette, so I'm just going to use that for today. I'm just giving myself a light dusting. So I still have a bit of that dewiness, which I like from that foundation, but hopefully this will help set it so it lasts a little bit longer, because as I said, that IT Cosmetics CC cream, it doesn't have super long holding power. That's one of the reasons why I'm not crazy about taking it on vacation. So now I'm going to prime my eyes with this Fenty eyelid primer. This is the only one I have at the moment. Well, I do also have the Milani, and I found that realized that the Milani one, that was what was making my mascara melt. Now this one, the Fenty one, it definitely prevents my mascara from melting, but it doesn't hold my eyeshadow. I mean, after a couple hours, my eyeshadow is all creased, and it's all brands. It's not just one or two brands that happens to, it's all of them. So I think it's this eyelid primer. So I think I need to go back to my foolproof Urban Decay one because that was always fabulous. So anyway, I'm going to use this up, but it's not the best. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that Bye Bye Pores powder to my lids just to set them a little. There we go. And now I'm pulling out a oldie. This is the Colorpop Dream Street by Kathleen Lights, and it is still available. That's the other thing. I'm only going to film when these products are still available. So this is it here. It was very inexpensive. It's in a cardboard container, so it's great for travel, but it doesn't have a mirror, but that's okay. And it's just such a cute palette. I really, really enjoy it. I actually did a video a long time ago comparing this to one of the Natasha Denona 5 palettes, the one that has the green, and it was very similar. So anyway, I'll link that below if any of you are interested. So I'm going to go all over my lid with this light peachy color, and I believe it's called Elfish. And I'm going to go all over my lid with this IT Cosmetics brush. This is the Superhero, and it's the one that has the dual end. I like I love IT Cosmetic brushes, especially the face ones. The eye ones, they're very nice, like for work like this when you're just covering the whole lid. I think they're great, but as far as like precision and small intricate work, they're not the best, but I'm not really an intricate, delicate working eye makeup either. So anyway, I'm just going to tap that on. So that's the color Elfish all over my lid. And then the next color I'm going to use is the one here. It's like a coral. This looks very similar to the one in the Sultry palette, and that is called Sweet Dreams, and it's just a bright coral. And I'm going to use my new MAC 217 brush. I got this at Marshall's, and I'm just going to put that in the outer corner here. So this is a really cute palette. It works really, really well. I just always forget to use, I'm going to use this little mirror here. I just always forget that I have it, and I just keep reaching for the same palettes over and over, which you guys know. So that's a little bit more coral than I was planning to go for today, but we'll blend it out a little and tone it down. So I'm going to use my blending brush and just soften that a little. I'm kind of going for a pinky look today. That's why I'm wearing this pink sweater. Yes, I'm very matchy-matchy. Okay, so next I am going to just tone it down a little bit with this brown shade, and that one is called Water Bearer. Weird name. And just tone down that coral a little. Blend it out. And then in the middle, I'm going to use this pink foil kind of color, and that is called Shooting Star. And I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush. This is the base shadow brush. I really like their brushes, and they're very inexpensive. And they're cruelty free. So I'm not taking it right into the corner, I'm just kind of doing it on the middle of my lid. And then in the corner, I am going to use this lightest color here, this foil kind of color, and that one is called Spark. And I'm just putting that one just in the very inner corner here. This is such a cute palette. I love it. Why haven't I been wearing it? there's the top. So now I'm going to go underneath and I'm going to go back to that bright coral, but I'm actually going to mix it with the color that was beside it as well. So back to Sweet Dreams and Water Bear, and I'm just going to tap my brush into both and just line underneath, because I think that coral, just that one under my eyes, I think might be a bit harsh and red. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna buff that out a little. Okay, so I am going to finish up my eyes, just the mascara, my brows, and then we'll come back and finish the rest of my face and lips together. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So I did my brows and mascara, and I always link all below what I used. Nothing special. So let's get on to face. So I'm going to start off with my usual Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, and I like to use the contour, and I'm going to use this narrower end on my Hourglass dual end brush, and I just do that just to hollow out my non-existent cheekbones. I just find it really has such like a, creates a shadow. It's not too red, it's not too gray, it's just the perfect color. I just love it. So I use that, and then now I am going to go into my Je ne sais quoi palette, and I am going to use that bronzer. Now if I remember correctly, it wasn't super pigmented, so that's why I didn't use it a lot. And I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics, it's the slanted brush, flawless brush, Heavenly Luxe. And I'm just going to tap that in. I like using, see, nothing came on my brush. Yeah, I seem to remember this. I like using slanted brushes for bronzer. Oh, there, we got a little bit more on it that time. I just have to really scrub it in. This is a really cute palette. I don't know if this particular one is still available. This one came from Beautylish, but I've seen very similar ones at Sephora. Sometimes they're just like a 3-pan one. It comes with a blush, a powder, and a bronze. I'm not sure. But all of these I think are available separate as well. Like the Bye Bye Pores powder is very popular. So yeah, it's just a nice bronze. It's a really cute palette. And I need to remember to use it more often. Okay, so now the blush. Now I'm going to use the blush that's in this palette, and I'm going to use a new mini Natasha Denona, the little diamond palette. So I just got this and I used it yesterday, and this pink is just not very pigmented. So what happens is, like you can see, it's just so shimmery. So I just kept adding and adding, and it just started getting more and more silver on my cheeks, and no more pink was coming up. So what happened is, because I have large pores, it was just this silver blush, which was not a good look on me. So what I'm going to do today, because these colors are quite similar, is I'm going to use this Je ne sais quoi blush, and then I'm going to use this as a blush topper and see if that works, because as it stands right now, I'm not really enjoying this. It's a great highlighter, but not a good as a blush. So I'm going to use this little Sigma brush, and I'm going to use this Je ne sais quoi blush. So it is pretty pigmented, and just tap that in. This is such a gorgeous color. It's a universally flattering color, I believe. That's how they market it. The blush I'm getting in my new little kit, that I think is a universal blush as well, because it was the same color in all the kits. And they used it on all the different models, and it looked a little bit different on everybody, but everybody just looked like a nice flush. Oh, that's pretty. I like it. Okay, so now we're going to go in with this Natasha Denona one, and like I said, I'm just going to use it as a blush topper. See, it doesn't really alter the color of the blush, does it? It's just very iridescent. If you can see that silver, I mean, it's pretty, but it's not the best when you have very large pores like myself. And then lastly, I'm going to use the highlight. I'm using my little Fenty cheek hugger. And I'm just going to tap that here. A lot of people said this was just way too glittery, but I don't mind it. I used it yesterday and I thought it was quite pretty. I didn't use a lot, and I don't think it's like a blinding highlight. Just do a little bit down here. So there. Yeah, it's okay. It's nothing amazing, but at least I got it in the mini, so I'm not too fussed about it because it wasn't super expensive. So now I'm going to spray my face with the MAC Fix Plus. No clue what it does, but everybody raves about it, so I'm going to do it too. So I'm going to, well, my hair has gotten a little bit wet now, so I'm going to do my lips now, and I'm going to use this Marc Jacobs Primrose. This was a sample. I did this lip combo yesterday and I thought it was quite nice. And I'm going to use the Pat McGrath. This is one of their LUXETRANCE lipsticks. And this one is called Sextrology. It's just a nice pink. So I could wear it just like that, but you guys know I want my frosty lips. And this is the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe, and this one is in Angelic, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this on top. It's definitely not as good and shimmery as my NARS one, but it does the trick. So hopefully this didn't make my hair too crazy. Not doing anything special today, so it's all good. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I am getting through some of my makeup and finding old favorites and just loving them, like the Je ne sais quoi, this Kathleen lights. I don't know why I stopped using them. So anyway, and my CC, I just put this on the back burner. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please click like, and I hope you're enjoying this series where I'm rotating through my makeup. So if you did, stay tuned, because I will do one hopefully once a week. That's the plan. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!